A hearty good morning to all. From our English video course book, I'll explain a lesson for you today. So turn page number 15. Now page number 15 we have lesson 1 Nicobobinus. Before originating our lesson, let us have a view of the characters. We have 5 characters in this lesson. First, Nicobobinus, an extraordinary boy who could do anything. Second, Rosie, a best friend of Nicobobinus. Night watchman, a man who looks after the colony of Nicobobinus and Rosie, especially at night till dawn. Fourth, a dog who takes rest under a garden wall. Fifth, the man who looks after the magnificent garden. Before explaining and peeping into the lesson, let us have the introduction. The lesson Nicobobinus is full of humor and amusement that makes our time pass in a pleasant way. Not only this, it is full of adventure in which we could get sudden unusual happenings, risks, dangers in travel and explorations. An extract is taken out from a novel called Nicobobinus, and from that particular novel, first 2 chapters are mentioned in our lesson 1. So let's start the lesson. Welcome back to lesson 1 Nicobobinus. Nicobobinus was an uncommon boy who could do anything. He had a best friend, Rosie, with whom he spent his days in exploring out for an adventure. A day came when Rosie decided to discover the land of dragons with Nicobobinus. Next early morning, Rosie came to Nicobobinus' house and picked him for their new adventure. She had the buns and the lemonade for the supplies for the road, which she had kept in a small beautiful basket. So, they set off through the early morning. At the end of the narrow street, they met a night watchman who tried to stop them at that time. But the adventurers sprinted. They were running in full speed, crossed 3 bridges, and tripped over a dog who was lying asleep under a garden wall. Rosie's bottle of lemonade smashed against the wall and the buns rolled into the gutter. She lost the supplies for the road. Rosie looked gloomy. There were no more supplies left over for the road. There was an apple tree on the other side of the garden wall. As they were small and the apple was top enough, Rosie told Nicobobinus to stand on her shoulder to get the apple. Nicobobinus stood on Rosie's shoulder and climbed onto the wall. He lost his balance and fell into the most magnificent garden, which was behind the wall. He looked back at the high wall, but no way was there to climb back. Now Nicobobinus was inside the magnificent garden. There he heard a voice behind him, and it was the man. The man wanted to catch Nicobobinus tightly, but he escaped. He ran around the garden, found a door, opened, got inside, and bolted it. The man cried at Nicobobinus to open the door, and banged it with his fists. But Nicobobinus neither heard the man nor opened the door. Just he went on moving. Nicobobinus disappeared through the trapdoor which he had discovered. When the pitch was completely dark as black, he said to himself that whatever was happening with him was due to the fault of Rosie. He was falling down and down, and the first thought of bother struck him. The second thought was of his best friend Rosie. The third thought was he might be falling down into a well. When he reached the bottom, he discovered it was not a well. After reaching the bottom, he heard some footsteps high above him. The footsteps were of the man who was just following Nicobobinus. He too lost his balance and went through the same way like Nicobobinus. The moment came, the man was lying still on the pitch. In the meantime, Nicobobinus started searching his another way out. There was no way to get out from there, but his ears heard the voice of Rosie that he can do it. This very voice motivated Nicobobinus and he carried on his adventure. Suddenly, he fell over stone steps leading up. He began to climb, but at that very moment he saw a crack of light. He gave his hand and felt someone touching a catch that clicked softly in the dark. A panel suddenly slid open and Nicobobinus stepped through the most amazing room he had ever seen in his life. Like this, our lesson is over. From this lesson, we came to learn obstacles may block our way to success, but we have to overcome every obstacles according to our capacity, wisdom, patience, and might. Till then, keep on learning. Take care. Thank you.